3, 2, 1, showtime!
CO, hello, and welcome to Double Feature Movie Club. I'm your host, Cade Thomas. We are talking this week about two films that were released 20 years ago this week, Little Miss Sunshine and the remake of Miami Vice. But as always, I am joined by my trusty sidekick and co-host, Diane. How you doing, Diane?
I'm great, Cade. It's so good to see you.
Oh, it's good to see you.
I like your shirt.
Thank you. I, tried to match the color scheme,
That's right. We are all about the color scheme.
It's all about the color scheme, yeah. It's certainly not the same shirt that I've wore every single time here. I have identical ones. I have 5.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
No. No, it's the same one. Okay, I'll break the illusion. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
That's not as weird as you having 5 identical shirts.
Isn't yeah. I mean, I
didn't realize how much blue I had until I went, you know what, I'm going to match our well,
it's kind of indigo.
Graphics. Oh, yeah, it is.
That's kind of the color scheme, and that's what, I feel like you've matched that good. Like, on top of that, we're doing that. Which we're not, blue glasses, we're not colorblind.
It's a little too much.
We know that, which we know from, that was a scene in Little Miss Sunshine. But
heartbreaking.
But we're not there to talk about that just yet. We have to do our little up top.
Not yet.
I don't. What?
Did you go see any movies this weekend?
I saw The Odyssey again.
You did not invite me to go see The Odyssey.
It is. I was saying to someone, like, this is only the second movie since the pandemic that I have seen twice in theaters. So if that means anything to anybody, Wicked Part 1 was the other one that I saw twice in theaters.
Because you actually invited me to that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't believe you went to see The Odyssey.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can't believe you didn't invite me.
Oh,
to go. Did you go? Did you see it in IMAX?
I have yet to see it in IMAX. I saw it in 70 millimeter. I saw it in Dolby, the Dolby screen. That's how I did it. So,
what did you think about the difference? 70 millimeter is obviously better, right?
Yeah, so none of them are as IMAX is the tall format. Like 70 millimeter is its own film, but it's the kind of the wide release, and then Dolby is in between the two. I hate to sort of say this, but it's fine. I guess I haven't seen it. I think Dolby has great sound. It's got great things. I like seeing the sort of like it on reels that you see it on 70 millimeter film. Like, that's why I like going to see it. But truthfully, I think see it in the theater. I don't think it's like I'm in depth, on a big screen that you can, I could see maybe like a smaller theater, it being a little bit not as good, but I don't know. I think it's fine, however you're going to see it.
Did you go see it at Cinemark or?
I saw it at AMC at the Dolby, and then I saw it at AMC at OKC. So I've only seen it at AMC. I am now officially an A-list member again, so because of this. So, and also because of what we're doing next episode, I went ahead and just bit the bullet in a lot of ways too.
You bite the bullet on that one. Yeah. And it's worth it. Well, and you live so close to the AMC.
I do.
Well,
don't dox me, Diane, but yeah, I live somewhere.
It's Tulsa, literally. Any place would be close.
Mm-hmm.
We're not like talking a sprawling melt.
Yeah. I live
Yeah.
in the second floor of the AMC. I am camped out in the bathroom at the second floor of the AMC. There is
I
like
thought
that
maybe
second
you lived
floor.
in. Yeah, I thought maybe you lived in one of those hidden apartments over there at South Roads.
Yeah, which I mean,
I,
I'm sure there
not
is.
that anymore, but
Yeah,
oh yeah,
because
there are
there's
all
a whole
kinds of
back,
hidden
there's
passages.
whole back areas. Yeah,
Hmm.
but
So you should read the history of that South Roads.
yeah, it is real. It's I have read all of
Got
that. Yeah.
uh, oh yeah, it's got all kinds of hidden passages in there.
Hmm.
You know. Did you ever see the documentary about the people who lived in the mall that
I
found
did.
that space? And that was so
In
interesting because I thought you could have
fact,
done that.
you stumbled onto something I didn't know you had seen this. I met the guy who was the secret mall apartment guy. Which,
Oh my
this is a
god!
great story for up top. We were like, I don't know what we're going to talk about. So it premiered, or it didn't premiere. It had a screening at Dead Center in
Mhm.
OKC. It was not this last year, but I think the year before, maybe the year before. I don't remember. It was playing
Yeah.
there, and the guy who was the artist behind that, and like was the whole like he had the whole collective and all that. He was there in attendance, and I've had a whole conversation with him before I even knew who he was, because he was like doing the tape art in the lobby, and then later when I watched it, I was like, he was him, and like I had a whole conversation with him afterwards. He's a really cool guy, and it's a really good documentary too if anyone wants to like
It's a very good. What's
Secret Mall
Secret Mall
Apartment.
Apart? It is. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they went through to get furniture in there and to make
Yes,
it a livable space, and
it's one of my
um,
favorite
they
documentaries of the
didn't.
past decade.
Yeah.
It's also just
What?
well told, but it's an interesting story on top of that. A lot more than you would kind of initially expect from just some people made a secret mall apartment or whatever. Yeah, because it's like all about
I think.
art.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
about like the sort of um I don't know, the intemperance of art, how, or the
Mhm.
temporariness of art, how you want to say that. Yeah. Um, it it was, and it's about like people creating a collective, um and then the ebbs and flows of that, and growing older, and then still wanting to create something that's artistic. I don't know. I think it's a very powerful film. It's about consumerism too, so it has a lot of things that I really
It
like and enjoy.
has a lot of themes to it,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and getting caught
Mm-hmm.
and not getting caught. What do you remember? What mall it was in? I can't
Ooh, it
remember.
was in ooh, that's a good question. I thought it was in New Jersey,
Yeah.
but now I'm not certain about that.
Yeah, I'm not certain either, but
Mm-hmm.
that's okay. But yeah, if you get a chance to catch that, I bet it's on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be somewhere, right?
Yes, it's on Netflix.
It, yeah,
It is the Province
really
Place
interesting,
shopping mall in Providence, Rhode Island, 2003. But yeah,
incredible.
yeah, it's pretty good stuff, and it's I mean, it has a connection. I mean, that's why they had it in OKC, is it has like the connection to like the bombing and like art that he did for that during the time. So
Yeah.
like, so yeah, there's a lot interesting to it. Because I just think of like the cool, like the art pieces that were underneath the bridge. Like there's a lot of really cool things to it. Like and I love how it told the story and everything. And yeah, and then like the how I just yeah, it's a good movie. It's good documentary. Really, really, really good documentary. And I've heard nothing but
Yeah, I'm
great
glad
things. People
yeah,
who've seen it. Yeah.
somebody like me even watched it.
Hmm. I'm
Yeah.
surprised people who have watched it and everything. Like that's like because in my head it was just like a thing I had watched, but then it's brought up by I guess because it's on Netflix. It's been brought up by a lot of people by my life of just like I think it was at my improv class. Like the teacher brought it up recently, and it was
Mhm.
like, yeah, it it's just. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess a lot more people have seen this than I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you have the artistic component to it, but you also have the structurally, how in the world did they do this?
Hmm.
You know, how did they first find this space? And then after they found this space, how did they uh, created a living space?
Hmm.
And just the engineering aspect of it was so interesting, and the
Well, how
people
they found
involved. It
out
was just,
about the space in
yeah.
general because of like the map. I mean, it was like, and then yeah, then having to like hoist these things out. It's all, and then like the timing. Like I just, it's fun. It's like you're kind of like watching like a heist that's being done, and then you're like kind of part of it, and then
Yeah,
it's
because
yeah,
that's the part that we haven't actually mentioned is that the people who owned the mall had no idea they were living there.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love that part.
mm-hmm,
It was kind of like a heist in that sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just
Anyway.
and like that's like what you're saying about the one here. It's also I mean like there's all sorts of like especially when something's built on top of something that's already like existing and then it's like
Mhm.
renovate like there's just these spaces that can exist from not being used and all of that like that exists quite often of different things. Someone was posting online recently. I saw them about like explaining like a movie theater wing because there's like a new resurgence of like these old movie theaters that like said neon or like the little carpets, the older carpets and everything, and so much of that's being like they try to renovate it and do different things, and so it gets tore up over time, and so they were talking about how like one of their local theaters was like shrunk down from like I don't know, whatever, a 12 screen theater to a 6 or something like that. And so they just like partitioned off of the half of the theaters and it's still like the
They're
old
still
way.
there.
They're still there and it's still the old things back there, but you can't get to it because it's all partitioned
Really
off.
dusty.
Yeah. And it's like, and so like that sort of thing is all I find to be all very fascinating. And even like saying here in Tulsa, there's prime examples of these second floors of these theaters that they don't even bother renovating because 9 times out of 10, unless it's like, just a person with disability or something that has to use the elevators up there, there's no reason that you would ever go up and see these wings. So like the Star World 20 out there, still the old stuff and run down. It has like the old concession stand. It's like none of that part is even used up there, but you can still see it when you go up there. And AMC has that as well. It's just I don't know. Look around. I mean, I'm sure they're in every single metropolitan city. These sort of things, which I find to be fascinating.
Well, and you did a documentary yourself about the tunnels of Tulsa, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's on
Tulsa
your
underground
YouTube
tunnels.
page.
It's on the YouTube
Tulsa's
that we're
Underground.
currently on. So
Yeah. Oh, this one.
this one.
That's right. It's on this one. I did
Yeah.
a tour 100 years ago. Well, I
Yeah.
shouldn't say that because I'm not 100 years old, but years and years and years ago, when I worked in downtown Tulsa, we did a tour of the tunnels. And some of those tunnels we worked in because that's where the vaults were, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Of course, in Dallas, when I worked in Dallas, it's got tunnels all underneath it. The downtown area does.
OKC has a tunnel system. Like a lot of these, metropolitan areas have tunnel systems.
Yeah, and in Dallas, it's where you go get lunch. I mean, all the there are restaurants and all kinds of places down in the tunnels.
And it's interesting because it's like, I think some of like I think the OKC one like existed. It was big, and then it's like, and then it kind of isn't as used as much anymore. I don't know. I guess it's because some downtowns aren't used as much. I don't know. It's all very interesting and liminal.
Downtowns.
It's all liminal spaces. That's what we're talking about.
Liminal.
Yeah.
I think downtowns go through resurgence, and and then like when I first started working in downtown Dallas, it was kind of going through its dying phase, and now it's like this vibrant community.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I remember when I was a kid, downtown Tulsa was nothing. I mean, it was all falling apart, and everything. And now it's,
back in the 80s,
yeah, when
I worked there, that was the place.
Yes.
To hang out and to be.
And now it's back, and it's where people go on the weekends back. And everything. So I mean, and it's not. I mean, like and I say, that's even like a lot of these downtown in any of your small towns or even your suburbs, they're kind of also the trendy spots too, which is like, I don't know, should have bought real estate there, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm out of focus now.
You are out of focus.
Oh, there we go.
I thought maybe my drugs had kicked in. I wasn't sure what was going on with you.
Yeah. Well, cool. We'll jump in. That was a nice talk, Diane. That was actually, we had no plans for what we were going to talk about, but we found it.
We always find it, Cade.
Always find it.
There's always something that we can talk about.
Yes. So our two films we're talking about were released the same day, 20 years ago. We're talking about later. We'll talk about Miami Vice, but first we're going to talk about Little Miss Sunshine. Diane's going to give you the plot rundown of the movie after this short little break.
Probably. Hi. Let's talk about Little Miss Sunshine. I'm sure everyone has seen this except for Cade. But it was great to go back and watch it again. Released in 2006, it's critically acclaimed tragicomedy about a dysfunctional Hoover family. They pile into a VW bus for a chaotic road trip to California so their young daughter, Olive, can compete in a child beauty pageant. The film was directed by Jonathan Dayton and Valerie Ferris. It stars an ensemble cast of Greg Kinnear, Toni Collette, which I love her in this movie, Steve Carell in one of his first big acting jobs, Paul Dano, which I'm sure we will talk about, Abigail Brinsland, which was debate. Well, no, I think this wasn't her first film, and then Alan Arkin, who won Best Supporting Actor for his role in this movie. The movie explores themes of family, failure, and self-acceptance through its quirky characters and humorous yet poignant journey. It won 2 Academy Awards, Best Supporting Actor and Best Original Screenplay for Michael Arnett. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. Anyway, that's the basic plot. I don't want to go too far because I don't want to give too much away without Cade here telling me to stop giving too much away. So, Cade, are you ready to talk about Little Miss Sunshine? Did you love it?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it so much.
I'm so glad you got to see it.
Yes, it's been on my list for a while, and it's like, I mean, it sort of felt like I had seen it just because of the nature of it. But yeah, no, I thought it was just such a beautiful, beautiful film, and I mean, literally every single person so perfectly cast in it and plays it pitch perfectly. It's a cozy film, and I loved it.
And I think each one of the characters, you had said perfectly cast in the sense that each one of these actors really were playing to their strengths.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Arkin is Alan Arkin in this movie. I mean, he really is. This is who, when you think of him, this is the role you think of him playing, right? Yeah. And the same thing with Greg Kinnear.
Yes.
He always plays that earnest guy, and he's an earnest guy in this one as well.
I mean, I think he plays a little bit more. I don't know. He's in some ways he's somewhat the villain of the movie. In some ways, he's. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's later not, but like that's kind of he's both. Like he ends up being like the foil, however you want to sort of say that. Like he's a point of tension, I think, for the group, at the very least.
Kind of like his character in You've Got Mail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, he plays the dad of this family. He's the dad, and Toni Collette's the mom. Mm-hmm. Alan Arkin plays the dad of Greg Kinnear, who got kicked out of the assisted living that he was living in for doing heroin, which I'd love that, It opens with him snorting a line, which is great. And then Steve Carell, this is like I said, this is one of his first big acting jobs. In fact, he filmed this, and then he got the role in The Office and The 40-Year-Old Virgin, and he did those 2 projects.
Okay,
but he did this first, and he did those 2 projects. So when it came time to go do the PR for this film, they asked him to come back and do it because by that point The Office had blown up, The 40-Year-Old Virgin had blown up, so he was like a big star then. That's before.
Fascinating.
This is also before whatever he did to his hair.
Yeah.
There's a story about him and his hair, between season 1 and season 2.
So he shot him he shot it before he was released after, but or maybe he shot it before that they broke big. Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because this thing went out on the circuit, the film festival circuit. Little Miss Sunshine did. So it had been filmed for a while before it went out.
Yeah. It's shot on film.
Definitely.
I'd have to mention that it's, I mean, very to juxtapose that. I mean, this is a time of transition in filmmaking, and you can see how we have a indie movie that's shot on film, and then a high budget sort of thing that's shot on, which is later what we're talking about with Miami Vice, pure digital, and so yeah. I mean, and I, they're both. I mean, without going over to the other, we'll stick with this one. This is just such a beautiful film. Just not even just like story wise, just visually speaking, it is. I had a note here. It's like the composition of every shot in this film is perfection. Like it is just visually composed in a way that's just like, and a lot of them are group shots, two people talking to each other, like not particularly interesting, like what you would consider to be interesting film, or like compositions, but they figure out a way to like frame just two people talking in the most interesting ways, and it's not easy. That's not an easy task, and it's beautiful.
I loved all the scenes in the bus in the VW van.
And they're actually driving. They're actually clearly moving. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then the conversations, because they had 3 sets of seats, and so the way the actors were positioned and the conversations that they were having and all of that, it was amazing. I thought.
Yes.
Because they were actually.
It's clearly not at times. I hated that I ended up noticing this, but it's clearly not at times Greg Kinnear who's driving the thing from behind. Like whenever they shoot it from the front, it is. But like whenever they're needing to do like Steve Carell's conversation with Paul Dano, it's clearly not Greg Kinnear driving. It's like, yeah, you wouldn't have this actor be driving you out in the middle of the highway. For the most part, I mean, other times they are clearly having him drive. So it's, but no, I mean, it's such a, but yeah, the fact that there's so much of it that's shot, which I'm like, I don't even know how they practically did that on like a small budget like that on with a film camera and like get the sound and like that is just sounds insane to me to be able to figure that like how do you light it or do anything? Or is it all just natural lighting? Like I like all of that's just fascinating.
I wondered about that too, because I did read where the beauty pageant itself and the contestants, that was all real.
Oh, like a real pageant, or like they hired real people that.
No, this was a real pageant that people that were contestants were real contestants.
I mean they really fake, the authenticity.
Yeah, you couldn't fake any of that.
Yeah,
I think the actors were like the lady at the admissions. And, there were actors involved, but all those little girls and their moms, the audience, all that was real. It was just people who do pageants.
Yeah,
kind of scary, wasn't it?
Yeah, all of that. Like, cow. I mean, just the tension of that, of like them all coming to the conclusion. I mean, I don't know if we want to jump all the way to the end of the thing, but like the fact that they're like, we don't want to hurt like this person that we care so deeply about. Like, we don't want them like they're. I mean, I think the idea is that these are all broken adults that have slowly been like wore down by life's miseries, and they feel like in a lot of ways that like life has been unfair to them, and the last thing that they want to do is have this person who is like a source of optimism and joy in their life, that to be taken away from them, and like was such a unique and interesting thing. I mean, I just thought that was a really powerful emotional beat, and then the way it pays off is brilliant. It's great.
I love the fact that you get through the whole film and Grandpa has helped her with her talent routine, and with the music and everything, and none of the other adults know what she's going to do, but they know him, so they should have been. Well,
they're all self-involved.
That tells you how unaware they are of their surroundings. Like you said, self-involved. They're also self-involved. And Paul Dano, let's talk about Paul Dano for a second. I know that there's a director who feels like he's the worst actor in the world.
Yeah.
But playing a sullen teenager is not as easy as it sounds.
No. And to be able to play him like in both halves of the thing where like that, you see him where he's like this, he takes this vow of silence, and then later when he talks, like to be able to, I mean, I've seen so much of silent character eventually talks, and you're like, oh, pretty much every time it doesn't really quite work. But this time, like, I mean, with him, both parts just ring absolutely true. And I thought that was very, yeah, I mean, again, perfectly cast. I mean, I think he's great in both. It's just there's so much comedic potential with these characters. Like they're all so very clearly defined, and in the way that they just bounce off of each other, and then like each scene is kind of like, let's put these two characters together and these two, and then like it like shows like these different aspects to them and everything. I'm just hugely impressed by how this, which I mean, I think it's been talked about as one of the great like any movie. So it's not like, yeah.
You learn about each character through the other characters. Their interaction with each other is how you learn about each character.
Yeah.
So that makes it, you can't wait to see the next scene. What I'm going to learn about.
Yeah.
Why is Paul Dano not speaking? I mean,
yeah.
That's, and I love the scene where they have her listening to music in the headphones, and all the adults are cussing around them saying, don't cuss.
Yeah.
And she's like, she can't hear any of it.
Yeah.
And reading the notes for this movie, she truly was listening to music. She couldn't hear them talking.
Yeah.
Because really, she was a young girl. She shouldn't.
Yeah. Well, and just the fact that like, I mean, just how they write that of like how they have this character, like with these different setups for the characters to interact, and like that was a way to kind of have the adults talk in this situation, which like and so it's really expertly plotted, like how each scene goes to the next and what needs to happen to all that. Like that was yeah. And I like Alan Arkin. I'm glad Alan Arkin has a Academy Award, so I'm glad that was given to him. But like, I don't know who else was up that year, but like, I think they all had like I don't know who I would say was the best performance of it. I don't know if I would say it was Alan Arkin, but he was great, and everyone was great in it. But I think that's it, for it to be like you only have the two awards it won was screenplay and Arkin. It's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it was really expertly directed, and the cinematography is something that you really can't, like, on the budget that it had and on the thing. Like, I mean, I'm just saying there's not this type of composition in this type of film, or any, like, even big budget or any, like, no one is composing characters talking as expertly as and effortlessly that this film moves about. Like, I just think of there's the scene where Steve Carell and Paul Dano are speaking on the pier together, and like just the way that they're framed is so visually fascinating. When they go and Paul Dano goes and runs out the bus, and like where it's like you see the hillside and then them in the back, like every single shot is composed in this really sort of casually theatrical way that is beautiful and brilliant. And it's striking. It's striking and interesting, and it constantly seems to, just as the film is finding these characters and doing these different things, it feels all very natural how they stage the scene in front of them. And it's like, that's a lost art that's desperately missing in cinema. But yeah.
It says here, I wanted to go through and make sure, when I was looking at my notes, and I missed this part, but they actually had a screening for VW bus owners. They really did. They had a screening for it, and they had 65 people show up with their VW buses.
That's fun.
It was at a drive-in. I think it's hilarious.
That's funny.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
And this is the same, just plug or other. I mean, this is Paul Dano, also same directors as Ruby Sparks. So we did watch Ruby Sparks earlier in our run of our show. So if you guys ever want to go check out what we thought about Ruby Sparks, you can watch it there. But we've watched quite a few Paul Dano things on this show. We are Paul Dano fans on Double Feature Movie Club, so we firmly stake our claim in that. Also a huge Toni Collette fans over here too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Worth. Yeah, I've never seen anything she's.
And underrated.
Underrated.
Totally. She should definitely have. I mean, I think she should have got the Oscar for Hereditary. Personally, I think. I mean, there's a lot of her older works, but like that one in particular, I think was the moment to give her accolades. And
I've never seen that.
You should watch it. You should watch it. I mean, it's a horror film.
I know,
but which is why I think that she didn't get it. But like, but she should. I think the outcry that she got for not that was given for her not receiving the nomination for Hereditary later is what carried Demi Moore to her nomination in Substance. I think that was like it really was one of those conversations that was like. There's some really great work that's happening in the horror space, and like you can't just dismiss it just because it's horror. And like so, then they had new Academy members and all. I mean, the Academy changed and all that stuff. But I think that is directly what led to Demi Moore to get her flowers, and and also Demi Moore should have won.
Well, she should have. Yeah. Did you ever see Toni Collette in the what's the name of it? Something about Terra.
United States of
yes.
Terra.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I was wondering if it was good.
I never saw it either, but I've heard nothing but great things about it. She was great. I mean, did you ever watch Unbelievable? That was a good little mini series that she was.
Yeah,
she was amazing in.
It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
She has a couple of miniseries on Netflix that were really good. Pieces of Her is another one.
She's in The Staircase. I think that might not have been on Netflix though. I think that might have been HBO or something. But yeah. She did it. I mean, she's great. She's great. I don't know. I mean, I had other notes. I had 2 Breaking Bad people in this. Both Bryan Cranston and Dean Norris pop up in this for a scene. Before.
Oh yeah.
Or later in.
Yeah.
in
back when Bob Cranston had that hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so like it was just like back when you just appear in a thing and like show up and he's in it for a scene and I mean he's just such a good little character actor.
It's a day.
Yeah. And other note I had that my goodness, what you could buy for less than $4 at a diner in 2006.
Yeah, no kidding.
As long as you spend less than $4, and then they all would like, and I would like, and then it's like, and they make it very clear.
I think, yeah, I think it was only the poor little girl had to spend under $4 because everybody else was spending more than $4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen the Way Back?
I'm sorry, but hers was still what was it, a waffle a la mode? Is that what she got?
A waffle with ice cream, yeah.
Yeah. Which would be more than $4 today. Unless you got a deal or something. But yeah, no, I have not seen the Way Back. That's another one that I know you brought up a lot, but I haven't.
Oh yeah, it has Steve Carell and Toni Collette, Allison Janney, Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
Really, really a good movie. You would like it. Maya Rudolph's in it.
Yeah.
Amanda Peet. It has it's very similar to Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah. I love these types of films. Like they're yeah. It's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff. I don't know. Anything else you have to say about Little Miss Sunshine?
Other than, I don't want to give away any of the spoilers because as much as we've talked about this, we've both tried very hard not to say any spoilers for those people who have not seen this movie.
Yeah.
There is some trick to it that you know, it's worth watching.
Yeah, I didn't know the things that are spoilers
That
to
happened.
it. That happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like that was legitimately like I didn't know that's kind of where that was going and doing all that. So yeah. I recommend it. It was on, what did I watch it on? Netflix?
Netflix.
Yes, it was on Netflix. It's on Netflix now. So it's an easy watch, and it's like I said, it's just expertly done. I mean, I have literally no notes about it. If they were like, show this to me and be like, what would you change? I wouldn't change a single thing about this movie.
Nothing.
It is.
I mean, you can see why the screenplay won an Academy Award.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the casting was perfect for the people the parts that they play them perfectly.
Well, and everything is set up and pays off. Like, I mean, like, which is also
Everything.
should be based that should be how every film works, but it is so much not. But the fact that literally everything, like, it's like, you know, set up, and it has like a setup and a payoff at some point in the script, and then like that dovetails into some other thing, like, and then you don't, and it's never quite the way you imagine it's going to. Even like the magazines that are bought do not pay off the way that you think that they're going to pay off in any way.
They're going to pay off at all. Even
yeah.
that Dano's character being not speaking.
Yes.
He's still the one that
I guess we did give that spoiler, but I mean, I think you would assume that was going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, he was the one with the most empathy, and he didn't speak for the first 3/4 of the movie.
Yeah.
But he had the most empathy through his notes and things that he did, and you know, it was
that where he says hug her was one of the that's one of the great
hug mom.
Yeah. And how that pays off later is, I mean, it just everything is just
And every character is given a moment in this movie. Every character is given a moment to shine or to not. I mean, to be just the opposite.
Well,
and Grandpa snorting heroin at the beginning is not a good look.
Yeah.
But then, as it turned out, you know, he had more love in his heart than his for his son than his son had for himself. So,
well, and
every character has a moment.
In the way they're kind of broadly set, I mean, like, well, even the opening sequence is just I mean, just expertly of like pairing music with montage. I mean, like, it's just perfect. It just hits this. I don't even like quite know how to describe the feeling of it, but it's just like this sort of, I don't know, it's the half melancholy but like half detached irony. Like, it's like all these sort of things that's like at play with it, and it's like you can't even describe it, but it's a feeling, and that's just the entire film is that. But it's never mean to its characters. It's never, in fact, that's like it's tries to be. It's a movie that like desperately wants to be optimistic with a world that's so full of cynicism, you know, and even like that's being so much part of, you know, how you feel. I think that all these people are trying to overcome that sort of deep cynicism that they have that's burrowing away in their hearts, you know, and like trying to, you know, any sort of reason for hope. And this movie is like is an ode to hope in a lot of ways, but not in a cliche sort of sappy way either. Like, that was where you sort of set up early on in this. I think you could sort of imagine this being exactly where this is going, in a sort of sappy Hollywood sort of straight line way, how they resolve these characters. But they're not resolved in that sort of way, like you know, where you would immediately see where you would end these arcs. It ends it, I think, in a realistic fashion, where it's not like everything's fixed. So that's I think was also very smart of the film to do that. because I think it would have undermined the film if it was too sappy of a sort of resolution. We'll talk next. We're going to go to our brief intermission, and we're going to talk about the other film. 20 years ago, you had two options. Only two options. You had multiple options, but these were the two that were released this weekend. 20 years ago, you could see Little Miss Sunshine, or you could go to the big screen Megaplex and see Michael Mann's reimagining of Miami Vice. And we're going to talk about that, break down the really complicated plot of the movie after the short intermission.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's intermission time. All these delicious treats are waiting for you at the refreshment stand. Delicious fresh popcorn, ice-cold cola, and candy you know and love. They're all ready for you now, so you won't have to miss any of the feature. Come and get them.
And now, on with the show.
Okay, I'm going to give you the plot here of 2006's Miami Vice. Is, of course, a reimagining of the 1980s TV show. It is written, produced, directed by Michael Mann of, oh my God, Michael Mann's done so many great things. Heat, other films that Michael Mann's done, Collateral. But this stars Colin Farrell, Jamie Foxx. They play two undercover detectives. They're trying to work on this case that involves drug lords and murder, all taking place in South Florida, otherwise known as Miami. It has a lot of complicated plot. Boys, is it so much stuff given to you in different things. But let me just tell you, there's gunfire. There's people doing police work, and it's all in Miami. There we go. Diane, what was your thoughts on Miami Vice? I guess not all in Miami. We do have cutaways to other things, but primarily it has to do with these about narcotics in Vice, if you will, in Miami. Well, I didn't want to break down all of the double crossings and this person's here and this person was an informant and this person, the Aryan Brotherhood and got to go to Havana. And it's okay.
They brought in every trope that they could find. The Colombians, everything. Anyway,
it seemed to be really you've
never seen the original series.
Not all the way through,
right?
No. I've seen an episode and then I've seen the In the Air Tonight car sequence, which they do a rendition of In the Air Tonight during the credits, and it's awful, in case you were wondering.
The original series, 1984 to 1988, somewhere in there, 89.
80, yeah.
This was when the day-old unshaved look Miami Vice created that, and that became a thing for guys to have that.
I think I said last week, Don Johnson was the coolest. He's the coolest person. Don Johnson of Sonny Crockett.
He was so cool.
He's the coolest person ever.
He was so cool. Ever.
With his white linen suit with the T-shirt underneath,
or peach colored or even pink or light blues. Everything was in pastels because that was kind of the Miami theme at the time. And then the 5 o'clock shadow look was big. He was also a wise ass.
Yeah.
So you had Tubbs, who was kind of the straight guy, but Crockett he had a comment for everything, right?
That's the character. I do know enough about it from that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why didn't they do that in the movie?
Yeah, I think it was.
I'm sorry, but
there's no characterization.
To me, needed some antidepressants in Colin Farrell's version. That and whoever was doing his hair really needed to stick with one color and one look or something, or put it in
Which,
front
I
of you.
mean,
It
he
didn't-
could. I mean,
and-
he has done that in other movies, like where he's cool
Oh,
and he
yeah.
like in Bravado and different things. Like,
he was like he was
Yeah.
like, I'm not sure if he realized what movie he signed up for, or maybe the people who wrote the movie didn't know who these characters were. But
Michael Mann, just to be clear here, also was a producer and directed a few episodes of the original Miami Vice, so he should
so how
know.
did he miss it so much?
That's a great
He
question.
completely missed those characters.
Well,
It was
it
like
seems like
he-
to me that I don't know, maybe Michael Mann's not a, I hate to say this, I love Michael Mann, and like I've seen great performances from like,
blows up stuff,
like,
yeah.
Heat is also great
He's
performances in the middle of
Right.
an action thing, and so I'm like, I don't. It's hard to, maybe this was just an off thing, maybe this was in the middle of other things. I mean, I think Collateral Jimmy Foxx is great in Collateral, and so is Tom Cruise. So I'm like, maybe he's not an actor's director. Maybe like these are like the actors he allows the actors to kind of do what they want. Maybe is my assumption, because I guess how
He
something
didn't
like
even
this
have
messes
any
up.
he didn't even have any wisecracking lines.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, there's no characterization lines in this movie at all.
None.
It's all so plot, which maybe like if I had to diagnose it, I would say it's not what my first theory is. I think maybe he's a good director. I don't know, but like I think my theory is that they were so bogged down on making this like a procedural, like true to life hyper realism, that was his angle with this, is that I'm going to make it seem like a camera was brought in and voyeuristically filmed an actual police case where this happened. And it's like, if you did that, you wouldn't have, like, there actually wouldn't be characterization. It would just be people just shouting jargon at each other and just talking about things, just plot. Like something like, 'cause I don't know if you would follow a detective, if they would be that interesting people, or that they would like, because like that's the other thing, there is no chemistry between Jamie Foxx and Colin Farrell. There's no even like nods to them like being partners for a year. Like they don't seem comfortable with each other. They don't seem uncomfortable with each other either. They seem like every character just seems like just ships passing in the night with each other. like it's like there's no history there, and there's no words to history. This movie is so bogged down in the minutia of plot mechanics, but not even plot, like they act like it's real. Like it's not like they're like, we have to get this thing, it's like literally police work, the movie. Like it feels like that they are actively trying to there's no mystery either. So I don't know, it's a bizarre film. It's an absolutely bizarre watch. I'm trying to figure out myself of like, there's not a film that this is even like, I would say. It feels like you're watching police notes of a thing that's happened. And I don't know.
I don't know. I think police notes would be more interesting. It's stylish, dark, and gritty. I think those are true statements.
I would agree too. Stylish.
Even
that was the only note I was going to say.
Dark was every scene. Even daylight scenes were dark.
Which is not a whole lot of daylight scenes.
Yeah, not a whole lot of daylight scenes. And there was, like you said, there was no chemistry between the two lead characters. The thing that got me is, I'm watching this opening sequence, and they're in the nightclub, and it's pretty typical. And they kind of set, here's who the undercover people are in it, except for the bald guy. I thought he was the mark because, he goes, but he was a cop.
Yeah.
So he was deeply undercover, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
And
no.
then he shows up later as one of the undercover cops, and it's like, okay, now I'm not starting this shit over again. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
I'm not starting this over again to see where I miss that this guy was really an undercover agent, you know.
Well, there's so much that
But it
comes
was a
at
lot of
you.
that.
There's so much that comes at you that like there
So
there is
many
no way to
people.
watch this movie like that intently to understand. I don't think you're supposed to. Like that's the best way I can understand, because like there's no way that people are watching it that intently to know what the plot is even saying, because the plot is coming at you 90 miles an hour, and that's the only thing that's coming at you 90 miles an hour, and there's no there's nothing to hold it. Like the best,
There's
because like
people.
I read
a lot of people are throwing it.
yeah, there's
throwing
all
at it.
and they're connected to this way, and I don't think you're supposed to understand it. You're supposed to like assume that the characters understand it, and you're supposed to be like, got it. Like that's the only way I think you can understand. Watch
Like
this
they're
movie.
driving a Porsche.
Yeah. Well, I think you're supposed to just let the film wash over you. It's the only way that I can sort of like best say, like, because like even some of the reviews of people who like it, they're like, just let the film wash over you. And it's like, I do think that that's the only way that you can sort of like, you can't, your mind that's trying to understand plot can't comprehend. You have to just accept it on pure vibes. And it does work on that level. It does, like, I have to give the film, like, the fact that, like, it visually is a vibe. Whether it's a good vibe, whether you vibe with the vibe is a whole other thing. But it is a very distinct aesthetic that it's uncompromised. The film does what it wants to visually, and it is interesting. It is distinct. And of its time, and that I do have to applaud it for that. It has a very, I think I mentioned that in the Little Miss Sunshine thing. It's digital. It's early digital cinema cameras, and the way the camera moves and floats around and gets the shots, and even we talked about the composition last time. The composition in this is very daring and interesting. It's almost uncinematic in its way. It's almost reinventing the wheel of what cinema can be in this upcoming digital age. And I do think that's fascinating. Whether or not it works or whether or not that you vibe with it or whatever, I do think it's a strong choice, and I do have to applaud Michael Mann for continuously pushing forward the medium, and he does that in this film too. Too bad, in my opinion, there's not a story there that's interesting.
Well, you know what they I did see here in one of the descriptions is that it's moody, atmospheric, and visually stunning,
Yeah.
with a focus on realism, often compared to Man's Heat.
Yeah. Which Heat's a more cinematic experience. I mean, it is much more of a, like, I mean, clear, like, so I mean recommend Heat if you haven't ever seen Heat. Heat's great. And it's supposed to be making a sequel to Heat too. The Heat, Heat, whatever. Either way it works, I guess, for that sense. Heat also, or Heat 2. But yeah, it's certainly interesting.
Did you watch the director's cut or the original?
Whatever's on Prime Video.
They're both out there. I just picked the original.
Oh,
I just was reading that Michael Mann has since backed off his director's cut,
interesting.
and I didn't watch it. I didn't know if you did or not.
I have no idea. I imagine I just watched the theatrical. It was, yeah, I don't know. I don't. I mean, it was interesting. Interesting film. I mean, it's not an easy watch, but it's not a hard watch. It's, I would, like before, I'd highly recommend watching Little Miss Sunshine. I don't know if I would highly recommend this, other than just like, if you love Michael Mann. I mean, I'm glad I watched it. Just have seen another of his movies, but I I mean, he talks about. I've watched things. It's like he's in particular is not a fan of the ending, but because like I guess he wanted like a larger, bigger ending, and then it had to like kind of be pared down for budgetary reasons, and they had it was the studio meddling, and it's like I don't know, Michael. I don't know if a stronger ending would fix it. Like I think like the first 2/3 of the movie is have just as many problems to like even if it ended in like a bigger fashion. I don't know if it saves it. I mean, I do think, like I said, visually it is interesting. Visually, it's but it's I don't think sonically it's interesting. I don't like the music in it. I don't like the music at all. Whereas like Little Miss Sunshine, music's pitch perfect. Right. Which again, these are really night and day movies too. Compared to each other.
Yeah, yeah. There's nothing to compare those two. Yeah, they wouldn't even have the same audience necessarily. Yeah.
But it like Michael Mann's other things, music's great. But like this one, I'm just like, I just it's a weird vibe, which is like crazy because once again, if you're comparing it to the original Miami Vice, that music's brilliant. And it matches the tone of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it said. Yeah, I think they should have. This wasn't Miami Vice. It wasn't based on the series at all, other than the character names.
And it's nothing in Miami, and they're narcotics detectives. Yeah,
and they're undercover.
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway,
which I mean, again, I don't know why you would name them the same characters. Like, okay, say it's Miami Vice and it's a new era, and just be named. I don't know. I don't know.
I certainly wasn't expecting Sonny to need antidepressants.
Yeah. Well, that does remind. So I was reading that they
years were not kind.
Yeah. They have announced that they are doing a new adaptation of Miami Vice. It's going to be called Miami Vice 85, so I guess it's going to be set in the 80s, but it's going to be a new Sonny and Tubbs, and it's going to be Austin Butler and Michael B. Jordan, which does I don't think works. I am hesitant to see. I'm excited. It's supposed to be written by Dan Gilroy, which perfect casting, a perfect writer to write this. It's going to be directed by the guy who did Oblivion and Tron Legacy and Top Gun Maverick. So like, again, interesting director and F1. So it's like these are like great. Michael B. Jordan, fantastic actor. I think he's but he's the charisma guy. Like, I don't know. Like, that's. I don't know if Austin Butler has. I like Austin Butler a lot too. You mean to say who I would cast as Sonny in my version of this, which I'm not even like the hugest fan of necessarily. But I think he would be brilliant in this.
Ryan Gosling.
No, Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Reynolds.
No,
is his name Ryan?
No, it's not. It's Oh my God! And he's worked with
Chris.
He's worked with him before. It is. Let me scroll down because I remember it's Glenn Powell. I think Glenn Powell would be a great Sonny Crockett.
Oh yeah, he would be a good Sonny Crockett
because he can do that sort of.
I think Chris Hemsworth would be too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to go. I mean, now we got to start moving up these people who are a generation younger than them. That's so. I think Glenn Powell needs his. I mean, he's. I think that'd be a really fun role for him. Austin Butler's fine. I liked him as Elvis. I think he maybe could, but I don't know. I haven't seen the sort of. Maybe I'm wrong. Because like that's also a really great team and that's a really great thing. But like if we're having a game of charisma, Michael B. Jordan's going to act circles around Austin Butler in the charisma department. But that's a tough one for anyone to have to out charisma Michael B. Jordan. But I think Glenn Powell would be able to maybe stand toe to toe in
You
that
know,
specific.
Chris Helmsworth is only a couple of years older than Glenn Powell.
Okay.
Just kind of FYI.
Yeah.
Glenn Powell's kind of a late bloomer, so to speak.
Yeah.
That's why when you were talking charisma and people, you have that comedic skill. Glenn Powell, I
Yeah.
think, has that for
Yeah.
sure. But I think Chris Helmsworth does too. I think when you see him in the Ghostbusters movies that all the boys hate because they have girls as Ghostbusters, he is hilarious. Anyway,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I
was just thinking matching charisma for charisma
Yeah.
with Michael.
I mean,
Michael.
I've seen him do a lot of big budget things, and he gets lost in the sauce a little bit. I feel like Hemsworth does, but
Well, yeah, when you've got Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans and everybody, in there with him.
Mm-hmm.
True. But, yeah.
I mean, like even that last Thor movie was a little rough.
I think that's more the director than.
It's possible.
Anyway.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
yeah. No,
But Glenn Powell would be as good as who's doing this? Austin.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I don't think we've
Yeah.
seen enough of Austin Butler to make the judgment just yet. So I'm willing to, and like with that crew and everything, it's like, okay, well, we'll see it. We'll see if it ends up. It's not filming yet, so we'll see if it goes through and does all that. Like, if it actually ends up happening. But yeah, I think setting it in the 80s is the right call. I think that. I mean, God, I love Dan Gilroy. I mean, Nightcrawler. What was that?
Mm-hmm.
The horror movie that we've talked about a lot. It's set in the art world. It's Velvet Buzzsaw is also Dan Gilroy. I think he's just one of the greats, one of the great ones currently working. And F1 also.
He's married to Renee Russo. I had no idea. Dan Gilroy was married to her.
Is he? I did not know that either.
That is wild. I had no idea.
Good.
Velvet Buzzsaw.
Mm-hmm. Velvet Buzzsaw.
That was it.
Yeah, I mean, he's only directed 3 things. But he's written a lot of other things, but yeah.
He's written a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. I love Velvet Buzzsaw. I think that's also Toni Collette's great in that.
Yes.
I think she's the standout. Jake
I agree.
Gyllenhaal,
yeah.
But yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal's the star, so but as far as like the supporting cast, I think that yeah. Okay. Jake Gyllenhaal would be a great Sonny, in my opinion. Kind of a weird little.
Yes.
He might play it a little, but he boy, is that person. Does Jake have great range? And like you watch him in a thing, and you're like, well, that's just Jake Gyllenhaal. And then, but it's like then you watch him in another thing, and I think he's one of those effortless actors that makes people not see the work, because like. Yeah. You watch it and you're like, well, that he's just playing himself, and it's like, no, it's so like watch his performance in Velvet Buzzsaw versus Nightcrawler, and tell me that that's the same. Like, but they both are so naturalistic that it just seems like it's great. Just like him as Mysterio, it's like him doing like I guess I'm doing a big budget kind of Marvel movie where I use my charisma, and it's like and he just kind of plays it. It seems so effortless, but it's like, again, so different than everything else that he does. I mean, and Donnie Darko, I mean, any number of things that he's done, Brokeback Mountain, any of these things are like so, he just plays it so naturalistically that it seems like nothing. But when you take them all into account, those transformations are pretty extraordinary, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's very, very versatile actor. I was wondering what he was working on right now.
Jake Gyllenhaal? Or...
Yeah.
I have no idea. I haven't seen him in a thing in a while, it feels like. But Oh well. He's doing a
Yeah,
second
I mean,
Roadhouse movie. I didn't watch the first Roadhouse.
I didn't either because I'm sorry, but you just can't replace Patrick Swayze in that. It's just not right. It's just
Yeah.
not right. You know what? I did see that movie, and I can't believe they're making another one. I take that back. I did see it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not
Anyway.
a great run that he's been on most recently, which is a shame. A real shame. Okay, well, that's our
Okay.
talk about Miami Vice. If there's anything else that you wanted to say about it, would you recommend people watch it, Diane?
Don't bother.
Oh, okay. Well, Diane says don't bother.
Yeah, I would. You know, it says here that's kind of got a cult classic following. I think, Cade, you said it the best. It's one of those movies you just have to let it wash over you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to watch it, just don't have. If you ever saw the original Miami Vice, don't watch it because it's like a real letdown.
Yeah, I think
Because you have
if someone besides
an
Michael Mann,
expectation.
go ahead. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm bringing up a different point.
You have it's kind of like watching seeing a series written by it was Aaron Sorkin,
Mm-hmm.
right? Being recreated with, an action director that doesn't do,
Mm-hmm.
any kind of dialogue. Because Miami Vice was cutting. I mean, it was, there
Mhm.
was a dialogue driven. It might have been a procedural, but it was still dialogue driven, character driven.
Yeah.
And the movie is not.
Well, it would
I don't-
still have vibey sequences and like maybe like that was like it was. I remember. I mean, it was talked about like in particular once again like the In the Air Tonight scene in Miami Vice is one of those iconic TV scenes because it is it's the entire length of the song. I guess I'll explain the scene of but like of them going from point A to point B across town, and it's just them setting the two detectives sitting in the car while the song plays, and it's just the vibes of Miami at night, the coolest looking people planet Earth. with
Everybody's
Don Johnson.
beautiful.
With the hair, he's going in the hair. He's got the sunglasses on at night, and then it's them driving through the city, and so like the vibes and like it was a cinematic TV show for its time as well.
It was.
But like it would have those, vibes, and I think this one. Like it was like trying to, if I had to like be very generous of like taking like we're going to just say like Miami of the early 2000s, and we're going to be taking the vibe. Like if that was like a piece that was an ode to the Miami of the 80s, this is an ode to Miami of what was today at the time of 2006, and.
Well, if that's the case, they didn't love Miami of the 2000s because they didn't give it any love.
Yeah. And I think if
You
like
got a couple of skyline shots from the water.
yeah, well, I think of like just them like when he's like on the phone and it's I think like visually I think it's interesting. It is interesting visually, but it's like and like that's where it's like I don't think it's not
It
something
could have been in Cleveland.
I don't know. I do think it still had like shots of the like it did show Miami.
Well, yeah, it had the skylight
Mm-hmm.
shots and they had water shots.
Yeah. And then I mean I think even plot wise, just with the nightclub scene and the drugs and the going to Havana and all that, it was Miami. But my point being, it's not something you could also turn off and like half pay attention to either because of like you do kind of have to. I mean, your brain can turn off, but your eyes can't turn away, or you're going to miss sort of I think the point of the movie, which is its visuals and yeah. So I don't know. It's not one that I can sit there and be like, well, if it's on, you can do something during like we say other things. What?
Can you see that? What I wrote?
I might have dozed off. Yeah. I mean, you don't miss much plot of it. It's well, you do. No. You miss 80 million points if you miss anything, but it's like also not it's so not important.
I mean, so it's like not important.
Well, and it's just so much like over here and over there, and Yeah. Okay. Well, that's my if you do have a time machine to go back 20 years, and you are forced to watch a movie and not change history in the slightest, if you could only be a witness, I guess go and watch Little Miss Sunshine in the theater. That would be my recommendation. Well, that's that.
Mine too. We agree.
Right. And now we're going to go into preview time, where we're going to preview upcoming attractions.
And now, preview time. When it comes to entertainment, you can't beat a good film. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
Okay, let's take a look at what's coming your way. Well, we are okay. So we have one more episode in this little mini season that we're doing of a double feature movie club, and we are skipping next week, so we will see you in 2 weeks' time. Sorry for that programming note, but it'll be worth the wait, because we will be watching 2, maybe more, I don't know, movies that are going to release in the not this coming weekend, because this coming weekend, Spider-Man, and we're not talking about that.
You won't let me talk about Spider-Man.
But the following weekend is going to be the release of a few different things. We will see if what is shown here in our area. I hesitate to make any sort of announcement as to what films we will be watching, because it could be any number of things. But we decided to focus on, because of that week, and what's coming out, to showcase today's movies, of the options that you would have in theaters today. Like, this whole season has thematically been about choices that one can make at any given part of decades past, and you could have chose option A or option B, and then we would give our recommendations about what you would choose in this hypothetical timeline of yesteryear. But now we are in the present, and we will be giving the option of, in today's timeline, what we would choose. So this has been a thematic rich experience, wouldn't you say, Diane?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So considering I've seen most of the movies so far,
Yeah.
already,
Mm-hmm.
like when they came out. So, although I have to give myself a little credit,
Okay.
I did not go see the Miami Vice movie when it came out in theaters. I didn't
Yeah.
see Little Miss Sunshine, but did not see the Miami Vice one. Okay,
Mhm.
so what do you think our options will be?
For the films?
Yeah. Do you have any idea what's
Yeah,
going to be
there's
releasing
a
that
few
weekend?
things. I mean, like I said, so much of it is if they end up getting wide releases, because again, this is 2 weeks away, so it's not it's possible that some of these things aren't there, but there's possibilities. I mean, wide release, it's going to be one night only. I don't know if we'll end up watching that. I particularly don't want to watch that one, but if it ends up being that, we might have to do that. There's Tony, which is the Anthony Bourdain movie where Dominic Sessa plays Anthony Bourdain in his younger years, which is supposed to be good. There is Camp Miasma, which is the one I'm looking forward to the most, which is Gillian Anderson, the one we were talking about with that, and Lorraine Newman's daughter.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one too.
Yeah, so that's the one I'm hoping it has a wide enough release that weekend that we can talk about, because I'm also a big fan of the director of that. So that would be the one. So any number of those. Late Fame supposedly is going out that weekend, which is Willem Dafoe. So we'll see what we end up with. I would hope it's Camp Miasma, personally. This would be my top one, and Tony would be my second one that. So if it's the two of those, would be great. But if we have to end up seeing one night only, I'm going to be pretty upset. But it's possible that we have to see that. Which is the most bizarre, if you've ever seen, like it's absolutely most bizarre concept for it to be the tone that it is done in. So
I know nothing about that one. The other two I do, but
yeah,
the one night only I don't know anything about.
Yeah, but yeah, we might do an abbreviated thing at the end of it, where we do our top films. Since we typically do that, but it's such an abbreviated season that I don't know. We might do top 3, and our bottom 1 might be the way that we do it from this season.
I can see why you would not want to see One Night Only.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did see Molly Ringwald in an interview about it.
Yes.
They didn't talk very much about the movie. They talked about her past.
Her past. Which is more interesting, perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to wonder.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's such a weird little concept for a film, but yeah. But no. Yeah. So that's what we'll do. We'll do that in 2 weeks' time. We'll see how that is. We will kind of look back on this season and see if what we liked and didn't. And then yeah, maybe we'll do a little mini top rankings and bottom film. I don't know. We'll see. Look forward to it, I guess. Mini version of what we would do with our bonus episodes. But yeah, it's been fun, Diane, doing this.
It's always fun, Kate. Mm-hmm. Always fun doing this with you.
Well, great.
It is.
Yeah. Well, if you like our podcast, you should like, subscribe, rate us 5 stars, tell your friends. All those things.
Share. Like and share.
Comment.
All the stuff.
All the stuff.
Ollie's ready to go to bed. He's like, it's way past my bedtime. I have to go now. He's left. He just left the room.
I'm right there with you, Ollie. So here we go. That's it. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the final episode of the season in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.